At the beginning of the movie, we see a boy talking to someone on the phone. This boy's name is Loui, and he is talking to his childhood friend Venna. Somewhere deep down, Loui also likes Venna. During the conversation, Venna casually tells Loui that if he is going back to his home, he should take her along with him to his city. Loui tells her that he cannot do that because he is traveling by plane. But the very next moment, Loui realizes that this is a great opportunity to spend time with Venna, so he changes his plan and agrees. However, Loui does not have any vehicle to travel by road. He immediately checks his bank account and the next morning goes to buy an old car. He purchases an old vehicle with his money, one that has no radio, no air conditioning, and even one of its lights is not working. After that, Loui happily sets off on his journey. On the way, when Loui stops at a fuel station to refill his car, he calls his mom and tells her that instead of flying, he is coming home by road in his car. His mom is a little surprised and tells him that if he is coming by road, he should pick up his brother Fuller along the way, who has just been released from jail. Being his brother, Loui reluctantly goes to pick him up. On the way, Loui gets a little distracted and accidentally drives the car off the road. Because of this, the police behind him stop him and issue a fine. They also warn him for overspeeding and tell him to fix his car's light before letting him go. Eventually, Loui reaches the police station to pick up his brother Fuller. The two brothers are very happy to see each other because they are meeting after 5 years. On the way, Loui tells Fuller that they need to go pick up Venna. Fuller becomes happy upon hearing this and decides to join them. Loui agrees reluctantly, even though he does not want his brother to come along because he wants to spend time alone with Venna. Fuller teases Loui, saying that Venna just asked him once and he started dancing like a monkey to her wishes, and that she is only using him. This makes Loui very angry, and he suddenly pulls the car off the road and stops it. He warns Fuller not to say such things again. After that, both brothers continue their journey. Further ahead, Fuller installs a radio in the car. With the help of this radio, truck and car drivers on the highway can communicate with each other. Fuller starts enjoying himself using this radio and talks to nearby drivers. Special codes are used in the radio to communicate, which are actually nicknames of the driver. Similarly, Fuller also assigns names for himself and Loui. While talking, they connect with a truck driver whose name is Rusty Nail, and he sounds a bit strange while talking. Rusty says that the rainy season is very strange. Some people like it and some don't. At that moment, Fuller gets a mischievous idea. He tells Loui to talk to the driver in a girl's voice so they can fool him. At first, Loui refuses, but due to Fuller's insistence, he agrees. He starts talking to the driver in a female voice. The truck driver believes he is actually a girl and becomes friendly with him. Suddenly, the radio signal breaks during the conversation. This makes Fuller quite disappointed because he wanted to keep talking and eventually reveal the prank. Since it is very late at night, both brothers decide to get a room at a hotel. When Fuller goes to the counter, he sees a rich man arguing with the manager. Fuller tries to calm him down, but the rich man lashes out at him instead and leaves angrily. Meanwhile, when Loui is alone in the car, the radio becomes active again. Just then, Fuller also returns to the car. It is the same man on the radio, Rusty Nail, who was talking to them earlier. Rusty has started following them because he believes there is actually a girl in the car. So Fuller comes up with another plan. He tells Loui to invite Rusty to the hotel and ask him to come to room number 17 with a bottle of alcohol. Coincidentally, room number 17 is where the same rich man is staying, the one who had argued with the hotel staff earlier. Now both brothers sit comfortably in their room and wait for the man to arrive. Exactly at midnight, a truck stops in front of the hotel. The brothers look out the window and realize that Rusty has actually come. They become very excited to see what will happen next. They press their ears against the wall of room number 17 to listen to the conversation. From what they hear, it seems that the rich man is scolding the driver. But suddenly, strange noises begin, like someone is choking someone else. Terrified, Loui calls the hotel staff and reports that there is a disturbance in room number 17. The staff calls the room to check, and the person inside says that everything is fine. The worker then calls the brothers back and tells them that there is no problem. Feeling uneasy and confused, both brothers eventually fall asleep. During the night, Rusty's truck also leaves from there. The next morning, the police arrive at room number 17 and question both brothers as well. The police inform them that the rich man's body was found in a very bad condition on the roadside. Hearing this, both brothers are extremely shocked. They think that the rich man must have beaten the truck driver, but the opposite has happened. The police then take them to the hospital, where that rich man has been admitted. Rusty has torn off the man's upper lip and lower jaw, because of which his teeth are completely visible. It is truly horrifying to look at. The two brothers had no idea that their prank would turn out to be so dangerous. Out of fear, Loui tells the police everything truthfully. After hearing the truth, the police scold them and say that they already have many pending cases related to this matter. The most shocking thing is that even the police do not know anything about this truck driver, and these two brothers also know nothing about him, so the police let them go. Later on the road, when Louis gets bored, he starts fiddling with the radio and again connects with the same man named Rusty Nail, the one who did that to the rich man. Rusty is still searching for the girl he had spoken to. Meanwhile, Fuller tries to twist the conversation while talking to him. He tells Rusty that the girl does not like him and that he is worthless. At that moment, Louis snatches the mic from his brother and tells Rusty the truth, that there is no girl, and he himself was talking in a girl's voice. After hearing this, Rusty becomes extremely angry and tells Loui to apologize. But Fuller interrupts, grabs the mic, and starts abusing Rusty with filthy insults. This makes the situation even worse. While Fuller continues insulting him, Rusty says something that leaves both Loui and Fuller speechless. Rusty tells them that they should get their car's light fixed. This means Rusty has been following them for a long time. Both brothers get terrified and start speeding away. But their luck is so bad that the car is running out of fuel. At that moment, Louis takes the car onto a bypass road, causing the truck to go straight ahead and lose track of them, and they manage to escape. After some distance, they find a petrol pump where they refill their car. There, Loui tells Fuller to handle the fueling while he goes to a phone booth to call the police. Just then, an ice truck arrives at the petrol pump. A man steps out holding a baseball bat. Fuller thinks that this is Rusty and signals Loui. Without completing the call to the police, Loui leaves his card at the counter, pays the bill, and comes out. Both brothers quickly get into the car and leave the place. Out of fear, they end up on a deserted road that leads into darkness and eventually ends. But the ice truck follows them there as well. The driver of that truck comes near their car and returns Louis's card that he had left at the counter. He is not Rusty. Realizing this, both brothers feel relieved and even laugh a little. But suddenly, another truck bursts through the ice truck. This time, it is actually Rusty who has followed them there. Both brothers jump into their car and try to escape. While fleeing, their car gets stuck in front of a tree. Rusty drives his truck in front of them and slowly tries to crush their car. At that moment, Fuller picks up the mic and apologizes to Rusty. When Rusty asks why they played the prank, Fuller says they were just having fun. Rusty replies that he was also joking, then reverses his truck and leaves. The next morning, both brothers go to pick up Venna. On the way, Fuller throws away the radio because he believes all this trouble happened because of it. As soon as they see Venna, both brothers forget everything. At that moment, Venna's friend Charlotte comes to them, talks briefly, and leaves. After that, the three of them set off on their journey. On the way, Fuller falls asleep, so Venna and Loui start getting closer. But then Fuller wakes up and interrupts them. At night, the three go to a bar to pass time. There, some rowdy men start teasing Venna. Seeing the situation getting worse, Fuller takes Venna out of the bar and escorts her to her room. There, Fuller and Venna start getting closer, but just then Louis arrives. Both brothers leave Venna and go back to their room to sleep. After Louis falls asleep, Fuller takes a bottle of alcohol and goes to Venna's room. The two start drinking together. Meanwhile, Louis receives a call from Rusty. He says that Loui claimed there was no girl, but then who is his brother drinking with in the next room? Hearing this, Louis's heart starts racing and he rushes to Venna's room. Seeing them together surprises him a little, but he is even more shocked by how Rusty knew about Venna. All three immediately leave the place at night in their car. On the way, they see a signboard with a message written by Rusty telling them to check their car trunk. When they check it, they find the same radio that Fuller had thrown away earlier. This means Rusty is still following them. Now they fix the radio and talk to Rusty again. While Rusty is speaking, they hear a girl crying in the background. Venna recognizes that voice. It is Charlotte. Now they realize that to save Charlotte, they must follow Rusty's instructions. Next, Rusty orders both brothers to go into a restaurant completely naked. There, both brothers are humiliated badly. Rusty is doing all this to take revenge for the insult they caused him. He tells Venna that they did wrong with him, and now he will take revenge for everything. After that, Rusty calls all three of them to a field. Once they arrive, he tells them to get out of their car. Then, using his truck, Rusty tries to crush them, but all three jump aside and get separated from each other. At night, somehow, they manage to escape from Rusty's truck in the darkness. Finally, Rusty comes out of his truck, and for the first time, we get to see him. Rusty kidnaps Venna, puts her into his truck, and drives away. After this, both brothers start blaming each other, saying that this is all your fault, but now nothing can be done. Moving forward, Rusty sets their car on fire and escapes. Through the radio, Rusty tells them to come to a hotel room number 70 with a bottle of alcohol. Louis picks up the bottle and moves away from the car. Suddenly, the car explodes with a loud blast. Now both of them set out to arrange a new vehicle. They find an old truck. At midnight, both brothers start checking room number 17 in every hotel in the city because Rusty never told them the hotel's name. On the other side, Rusty ties Venna to a chair and seals her mouth with tape. He points a gun at her and ties a rope from the trigger to the door. As soon as the door opens, the gun will fire and blow off Venna's head. After some time, both brothers reach there and enter room number 17. Inside, they find the room completely empty, which makes them very worried. Just then, the phone in the room rings, and Rusty calls and starts mocking Loui. While talking to Rusty, Louis realizes that Rusty is in the next room, so he sends Fuller to check the adjacent room. As Fuller tries to enter the room from behind, he accidentally makes a noise, and Rusty attacks him. Hearing Fuller scream, Louis is about to open the door, but Fuller somehow frees himself and tells Loui not to open the door. Meanwhile, a nail gets stuck in Fuller's leg. As he tries to pull it out, Rusty steps on it and pushes it back in. When Louis comes around, after hearing his brother's voice, he sees that Rusty has hung Fuller on the wall. Loui tries to free him but fails. Just then, the police also arrive. The police first find the hotel manager's dead body, and because of that, they start checking every room. Loui somehow manages to free his brother. Just as the police are about to open Venna's door, Loui arrives just in time and pulls her away from the gun. Hearing the gunshot, the police mistake Loui for a criminal. Fuller notices that Rusty is coming toward them with his truck and informs everyone. The police start firing at the truck, but it doesn't stop. Louis grabs Fuller and jumps aside as the truck crashes into the room. When the police check inside the truck, they find the driver's dead body. But Venna's friend Charlotte is safe. After checking, the police inform them that the driver works for an ice company. Hearing this, both brothers are shocked. Just then, Rusty speaks again on the radio. This means that Rusty had placed the ice truck driver in his place, the same driver whom he had brutally cut into 2 pieces that night, and Rusty is still out there, continuing to chase them. So friends, if you ever found yourself in a situation like this, how far would you go to protect the people you care about? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.